When you get off the bus, you will be introduced to a tornado of activity. This is meant to disorient you and to make perfectly clear to you that you are not in Kansas anymore and that this is not Burger King. You will not have it your way. The guards will escort you into processing. You will be in a hallway and told to put your nose and toes on the wall and not to move. This is meant to intimidate you and make you feel powerless. The guards will then escort you to a cell, where you will be instructed to kneel on the floor. Your ankles will be unshackled, you will stand up and they will unlock one handcuff and instruct you to put that hand on your head and not move it. Your other hand is uncuffed and you are instructed to then move to the back of the cell and to strip cut. Strip searches are a part of the security protocols of the prisons. It is a degrading and humiliating exercise of control, especially the part where they tell you to bend over, squat, spread your butt cheeks and cough forcefully 3 times. They say that it's so that if you have drugs smuggled in, they will come out when you cough. We all know that it's not that. Do you really think that if you cough hard, something will shoot out? If so, then having a chest cold is a shitty situation. Nope, this is to make you feel powerless, humiliated, dehumanized and vulnerable. Do not allow this to get to you. In all honesty, most of the guards have no desire to look at ass and balls all day, although some of them do get their kicks from our humiliation. It's something you have to do, and the sooner you can get past it bothering you, the easier it is to deal with. I know some guys who keep eye contact with the guard during the strip search. It makes the guard just as uncomfortable about it. Fair is fair. With that done, you get dressed again and now run a gauntlet of institutional staff. The medical staff will give you the once-over, ask if you have any diseases or health issues, ask what medications you're on, etc. Then the psych doctor will ask you about your mental health, if you're depressed, suicidal or have any mental disorders that they need to be aware of. It is very important that you be careful what you say and how you say it to them. If you give them the wrong impression about your mental status, then you will find yourself in a situation you will not enjoy. Obviously, you want to say, "Of course I'm depressed, I just came to prison." Try to refrain from doing so. The stupid questions they ask will irritate the hell out of you and they are looking to elicit a reaction, so be aware of this. Then the caseworker will ask their questions about whether you can walk the main yard, or if you need to go to PC. Note: protective custody is full of the weirdos, the sex offenders, the rats, and the undesirables of the prison. This is not the place you want to go. No matter what your apprehensions about prison may be, going to PC is not an acceptable option because it will follow you for the rest of your time. Reputation is important in prison, and that is not the reputation you want to have. Now you get your ID card and your state-issue clothing and bedding, which consists of 1 pair of pants, 1 blue shirt, 3 t-shirts, 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of boxers, 1 set of sheets and 1 fire blanket, 1 towel, and off to the fish tank you go. The fish tank is usually a 3 weeks introduction to prison. It gives you a chance to learn some of the basics of prison, such as ordering, canteen, seeing, medical, filling out visiting applications, and just getting yourself sorted out before you hit the main line. This is also the time that you need to come to terms with the hard truth: you are now in prison and you will be for X amount of time. Some people cry on their first few nights, some get angry and rage at how unfair it is, but all will, eventually, come to realize that this is their new reality and that they now have to figure out how to try to survive it. This is the time to mentally prepare yourself to be dropped into a world that is completely unlike anything you have experienced before. Ever heard the saying, "Keep your eyes and ears open and your mouth shut"? This is the time and place for that very thing. If you do not know anything about your new world, it is okay, but if you talk as if you do and then do something that speaks to the contrary, well, you have now just gotten started off on the wrong foot, and you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Most people in prison are quite observant. You will be the new guy for a minute. If you are the guy who runs his mouth, everyone will notice. They will also notice if you are the guy who listens and learns. Be that guy. Keep your speech limited, be mindful of your words and the things you talk about, be observant of the people and the environment around you. Listen. You can learn a lot by just listening. After what seems like the longest, most boring 3 weeks of your life, you are now about to be set out on the yard. You will roll up your personal stuff and be told where you are moving to. Unit and cell. And now begins your journey.